Hello, good evening. My name is Sanika Jinzad.
Hi, I'm Saurabh Chane.
Our project topic is landslide monitoring using drones, that is UAVs.
So in this presentation, we will see various topics. So we'll first see how we come across the idea of this in introduction section. Then we studied some previous work on this field in the literature survey. Then we decided some features for the drone that we want to implement for the landslide monitoring, which we'll see in drone features for surveying. We found hunt for some parts. Then we'll see a brief intro about the what is ground station, and then we'll move to the drone design, and we'll discuss out the working of the whole project and conclude the project with some future implementations that are possible in this project. So next slide, please.
Yes. Firstly, you see the introduction. Landslides are a worldwide phenomenon that create dramatic physical and economic effect, and sometimes lead to tragic deaths. In recent years, remote sensing techniques for landslide analysis have been interested by several technical and scientific improvements. These techniques can play an important role in landslide risk management. Actually, a large number of landslides happen in all around the world in every year. Landslide means a large chunk of land slides from a definite height, like from the hilly areas, and then it slides down due to the gravitational force. If these landslides occur in residential area or nearby a village, then so many people are caught into this. These landslides happen due to the heavy rainfall, uh, earthquakes, or volcanic eruptions. Due to the disconnection of roads, fallen trees, or rocks, the rescue operators face a difficulty to serve the needy people or the people who caught in this disaster. So our goal is to minimize the casualty of emergency workers in the situation of sudden landslides. We came up with a solution using drones for this problem. Our idea is to use UAVs, that is unmanned aerial vehicles, for landslide surveys.
Previous work done. So we surveyed and reviewed some papers. These are the papers we reviewed. There are total 4 papers. The first paper is the basics of quadcopter anatomy, which is introduces the basics of quadcopters, the physics behind the quadcopters, the thrusters, propellers, etc., which we will be going to choose in this project. So it is mainly focuses on performance of propellers and basic functionality of BLDC motors and ESCs. So all the information needed for drone building was gathered from the basics of quadcopter anatomy. Then we also had to study the phenomena of landslide and previous UAV projects that were attempted to monitor the landslides. So the second paper we read was the role of unmanned aerial vehicles in monitoring rapidly occurring landslides. So in this study, UAVs were used to monitor some sudden landslides for the testing of the concept. Uh, okay, the testing of the concept. Next slide, please. Then we also studied the landslide itself, because the physics and the uh, process of the landslide is very important in order to uh, successfully monitor a landslide. So we read a guide to researching landslide phenomena and processes. A wide range of landslide topics are presented in the uh, research paper, like landslide mapping, landslide investigation, and landslide monitoring. Then we read the another UAV monitoring for landslide project paper, which was a landslide activity monitoring with the help of unmanned aerial vehicle. Next slide, please.
So, our drone features for survey. Our proposed survey drone has all the features of a regular drone. This in this diagram we can see the basic quadcopter features. Every drone has four thrusters which can drive with the help of BLDC motors. These BLDC motors can be controlled with the help of electronic speed controller, that is ESC. And this ESC is monitored with the help of flight control, that is APM 2.8. In is the brain of this all drone system. It has a circuitry which can detect the orientation of drone and controls and receive the drone commands. So it has some basic inbuilt sensors like accelerometer, gyroscope, compass, etc. Also, the GPS tracker is connected to this APM 2.8 board. There is a remote control receiver which can control the which can receive the signals from radio transmitter and control the drone. This all circuitry is powered by the LiPo battery, which has a voltage of 11.1 volt and highest power to weight ratio. Our survey robot consists in our survey drone. We add some extra features for survey. They are as shown in the PPT. Firstly is a separate analog video transmitter paired with an HD camera for live video feed. Second is HD camera mounted on a 3-axis gimbal for greater field of view. Third is radio telemetry system for wireless data reception on ground station. So
Telemetry. So we decided these features, which were survey system, telemetry, and the gimbal. So we started for looking parts for the systems, proposed systems. So these are the parts that we came up with. So in a first figure, you can see the survey system. Survey system consists of the an HD camera, which is a CMOS sensor camera, which gives an analog output, video output, which analog video output is directly connected to the TS832 transmitter as shown in the figure. This analog transmitter can transmit in 5.8 gigahertz frequency in 48 channels. So it has selectable channels, and this is a small package, and that can be mounted on a drone, and it has less weight, such as 100 grams or so. And this transmitter uses 600 milliwatts of power to transmit the analog video feed wirelessly to the receiver, which is the next block in this system. The receiver is made up of RS832 wireless receiver. It is also 5.8 gigahertz receiver, as the frequency needs to be same. And the channel selection is also to be thought of, as it is also has 48 channels. So when the transmitter and receiver has same on the same channel, then the analog video is transmitted from the camera to the receiver RS832 module using wireless PPM transfer. And then the output of this RS832 receiver is digitized using a USB converter, which converts the audio analog output to digital output. And this output is then fed into our ground station, which is the main control station of the system. Then I'll explain what is the ground station. So in brief, the ground station is a laptop or a tablet which will have 2 or 3 USB ports for taking input from the drone and the video transmitter. We use the Mission Planner software, which is an open source software. As you can see in the number 2 figure, the screenshot of the Mission Planner software is there. So we can use Mission Planner to control the drone basically, and the wireless telemetry system is also used in the drone, which sends the drone feed and data directly to the Mission Planner and stays connected with the Mission Planner. Then our next system is a custom design 3-axis gimbal. So for flexibility in the survey, the camera should be mounted on a gimbal, which mostly is 2-axis or 3-axis. So we chose a 3-axis gimbal for this project because 3-axis gimbal provides greater flexibility in all the 3 axes, that is yaw, pitch, and roll. So what is the gimbal is? Gimbal is a pivoted support that allows the rotation of an object. In this case, the object is a camera. So this camera is mounted on the gimbal. The gimbal can be seen in the figure 3. So we designed a gimbal according to our camera dimensions and uh, all power requirements and axis requirements in a CAD software, computer aided design software. And we have prepared a 3D print of this gimbal and assembled it. This gimbal uses SG90 servos to control these 3 angles. Then 3 SG90 servos are required for the gimbal to work, as there are 3 axes present here. Then we've used a FlySky FSI6 radio transmitter. So FSI6 transmitter is a 6-channel transmitter, but these all 6 channels are engaged in the drone control. So the SG90 servos of the gimbal are also connected to the APM flight controller, but it doesn't have input. So in order to have some controllability to the gimbal using the transmitter, we modified the firmware of this particular transmitter, from its original firmware to the modified firmware, which is called Fly Plus Beta. This Fly Plus Beta firmware gives 10 channel output, opposed to the 6 channel output of the previous firmware. So this modified firmware can transmit 10 channels simultaneously, and on this particular radio transmitter, 10 channels are present which are selectable. So all the 10 switches now can be transmitted to the APM using this transmitter using iBus protocol. That is a serial transmission protocol, because the receiver used in the drone is also a 6-channel receiver. So the 10 channels cannot be parallelly transmitted to the receiver. So we had to use serial protocol, which is called iBus protocol, in order to transfer those channels to the drone. Next slide.
A ground station, that is a laptop. Any one second. Any laptop with at least 2 USB ports can be used as a ground station for survey. And the laptop is installed with an open source software called Mission Planner. And then it is able to communicate with the onboard flight controller, that is APM 2.8, via the wireless telemetry system on board. With the help of this Mission Planner software, we can program or calibrate our flight controller. We can also measure some value like flight data, altitude, ground speed, vertical speed, etc. We can also locate GPS coordinates of our drone. We can draw the flight plan of our drone. And we can do this flight plan in fully autonomous mode. So we can use manual or fully autonomous mode both. In return to home, that is RTH mode,
Separate. Then we also used wireless telemetry. So the wireless telemetry cannot be seen in this picture. It is inside the housing, but this telemetry is also communicates using a separate channel, and provides the uh, drone data such as drone velocity, height of the drone, etc., wirelessly to the Mission Planner software directly. So in the Mission Planner software interface, if you recall, there was a uh, dashboard on the left corner, which were having some zeros there, because that was the telemetry outputs. Those telemetry outputs will be displayed on this left corner here. Then we can also see in the drone picture. Please forward to the drone picture. In the drone picture, here is the camera you can see. and the gimbal you can also see. So gimbal is used to rotate the camera as we want to survey, and the gimbal is mounted on a vibration free mount, as you can see. Uh, the gimbal is mounted on vibration free mounts, which are 4 wide bubbles upon the gimbal. The vibration free mount provides uh, susceptibility to vibration from the BLDC motors. As the BLDC motors rotate, they vibrate the drone in air. It is a little bit vibration, but in the camera feed, you can actually see the vibration because the camera is on the drone. So to eliminate that vibration, an anti-vibration mount is necessary to mount the gimbal. Then the legs are used to on the bottom here, and 12 volt 5500 milliamp hour battery is used to power the drone, but it is certainly a low capacity battery. It provides 15 to 20 minutes of flight time maximum. So here we have written 14 minutes of flight time at the optimum flight time, but it can give up to 20 minutes of flight time. Okay, next slide, please. So the work of our project is as follows. So suppose if landslide happens in an hilly area, so an operator which is equipped with our survey drone, which will take the drone to the safer position near the landslide, and take out the drone, mount the drone, uh, place the drone on the launching pad, and start the process of arming the drone. Then as the drone is armed, it is all uh, uh, as the drone is armed, it will perform a list of safety checks to ensure that all the components are neatly connected. Then, as I discussed before, all the parts that we used in the drone, power supply, ESCs, and motors used provide thrust with the help of 1045 propellers, and a FSI-6 radio transmitter will be in the hands of the operator. Also, the laptop will be at his disposal. He will having laptop on his front, and the video field will be wirelessly transmitted on the laptop. So he can control the drone without even looking at the drone. So the through looking through the camera. Next.
Yeah, camera and video transmitter. The camera output is connected to the analog video transmitter on board, and which will then transmit the signal to the via one of its channel, and then the receiver model will receive it. Then the receiver produces an analog output, which digital output.
So as discussed in the previous slide, we designed the 3-axis gimbal in a CAD software. The CAD software is called 123D Design. We ourselves designed the gimbal for this project with appropriate measurements and all. So we designed the gimbal, and we prepared a 3D file in which we can slice and apply to a 3D printer, give it to a 3D printer, and it will print out the whole gimbal for us, and then we will need to assemble the gimbal and mount it on the vibration free mounting and mount it on the drone.
Next point is ground station. The ground station will be getting wireless telemetry feed directly from the drone, and it has a separate live video feed at the same time. Also, the Mr. Panel software is arranging flight plans and keep eye on everything. All the information obtained by the drone is available on this software, and this information can further relay this to anyone. Next, result and conclusion. The survey drone option is very convenient for surveying in the hilly areas for landslides and its information. In this drone, we can know the exact location of landslide very easily. There is an ease in collecting the information without getting in dangerous environment and means without affecting the human life. It reduces the emergency rescue workers during the landslide. Drone is small and easy to operate. We also get a live camera feed during this operation, and it has two modes. It is fully manual or fully autonomous. We can both this we can work with this drone in both options. So this drone is helpful in gathering vital information of the accidental zone without greatly endangering emergency workers. From this all, I can conclude that this drone is very useful in such cases like landslides, and it certainly serves the purpose for which it is designed.
So as we build this project, we are having some bottlenecks. The main issue is that landslides mainly happen in the areas of heavy rainfall. So landslide is happening and the rainfall is also happening. It is quite a good scenario, quite a happening scenario. It happens always. So if there is a landslide, there will be rainfall. So we have our drone needed to be waterproof, but due to limited resources, this version of the drone is not waterproof. So in our future build, we will waterproof the drone because waterproofing is very necessary in landslide survey, as rain is also associated always with landslides. So waterproofing is required in future versions of this project. So also another bottleneck was the battery capacity. As I discussed before, the 5005 milliampere 5500 milliampere battery is drained fully within 15 to 20 minutes of use, and it is not very efficient. We will need to put down some weight from the drone by clever engineering in the next version of the drone, and probably use a higher capacity battery for increased flight time in the future versions. So these are all the future thinking about this project.
And here is the some reference research papers that we studied for our project. Thank you.
Very good work, Saurabh and Sanika.
Thank
Joshi
you,
sir,
sir.
may I ask some few questions, because you are designed a lot of things and vision is very clear, objectives are very clear. Joshi sir, please proceed.
First of all, I will appreciate your efforts, that you have
Thanks.
done good work, and
Okay.
it seems that you have studied well. So have you done some simulation or actual hardware implementation for this project?
So actually, we were short on components as
Okay.
we were dragged into the lockdown. But I was having the radio transmitter, FSI6 radio transmitter,
Okay, that you
and
have purchased or you got from the department?
from the department.
Okay.
We got nearly half the components. We got the transmitter, we got the chassis, but we
Okay.
didn't have the flight controller, which was the main component, and various other minor components. So we wouldn't be able to build that. But I personally updated the firmware of the FSI6 to use iOS on it for 10 channels. That
Okay.
was modified. I done the firmware update using the USB to TTL converter from the Arduino, and I flashed the custom firmware from GitHub on it. And
Okay. Yes.
also, I also tested it for the reception, if the reception is happening good or not. So I connected it to Arduino, and I run some simulators. There are drone simulators on the PC laptop.
Okay. Very
So
nice. That you have done. That simulation you have
that I
done.
have done.
Okay.
I have done. I have a controller with me in my home. I
Okay.
got it from college and kept it for testing. So I did 2 or 3 simulators I tested for the transmitter. So the transmission system was perfect. I use the receiver in IBOS mode, and I use the simulator with the drone simulator. I use 3 simulators. The one was can't remember the name. FPV simulator was one. Then liftoff simulator I was used. Those 2 simulators I remember. So and I also learned to fly the drone in the simulator using the actual transmitter.
Okay.
Then
So can you show us some demonstration which you have done? Is it possible?
yeah, just I'll require some 5 minutes of time.
Okay, well, let me finish the questions, then you do it. Then you show
Okay,
us.
okay, sir.
Hmm.
Okay, sir.
Next question is, what is the difference between modified transmitter and TS812? And why that modified transmitter is used? That you have mentioned in your slide. Modified transmitter. Okay, so what is the role
Will
of
you
that
give the
transmitter?
answer or I'll give? Sanika.
Yeah,
And
you
where it
can
is
give.
located? Where it is located?
So, sir, TS832 transmitter, there are basically 3 separate transmitters on drone.
Okay, on drone
3
itself.
separate,
Okay.
2 separate transmitters and 1 receiver. So the ground station and drone are having 3 separate channels of communication. So the
Okay.
first channel is from a radio transmitter, which is a controller, to the drone. So the drone has the receiver and the operator has the radio transmitter. This is first channel.
Okay.
Through this channel, all the control signals are sent. Then the second channel is only one-way communication from drone to ground station. In this communication, the wireless video feed is transmitted from camera to uh, uh, the ground station using the TS832. So the TS832 is a video transmitter module, and the wireless telemetry module is another module. Uh, the TS832 sends the video feed from drone to ground station, but all the numeric data like velocity of the altitude of the drone, current acceleration of the drone in all 3 axes, the velocity of the drone, etc., or distance traveled, and the current GPS coordinates. Most important is the current GPS coordinates of the drone are sent wirelessly via transmitter from drone to ground station.
Okay.
This
Fine.
is also one-way communication. In some cases, the telemetry system can also transmit from ground station to the drone in case of return to home. So these are 3 separate transmitters.
Okay. Fine.
And the doubt about the modified firmware was, so for the working of drone, we require 4 or 5 channels. There are, I give you the names. Throttle is 1 channel, roll is 1 channel, pitch is 1 channel, and yaw is 1 channel. These 4 channels are required in order to maneuver the drone. So these 4 channels to be transmitted using the ready-made FSI6, because it has 6 channel capacity and we are using only 4 channels. But as we've added the gimbal into the system, the gimbal also has 3 servos to control. So the drone cannot automatically control the gimbal. The operator has to control the gimbal the way he wants, where he wants to see the feed from. So the gimbal is having 3 servos. So here the issue comes. The issue is 4 plus 3 happens to be 7, and the transmission capacity of 6 channel is available on the FSI6. That's why we installed a custom firmware so that 10 channels can be transmitted. So that 6 is not the issue. We have up to 10 channels, so we can transmit the gimbal signals also from the radio transmitter.
So gimbal is a hardware with combination of various motors, servo motors.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like a crane.
Fine.
We also have the file, object file of the gimbal we have designed. We can show it to you, send to you, sir. Sawan, sir.
Okay. One more question. How can that your entire system will track and detect the landslide? how your system is different from a normal drone. Your system is also capturing video photos, right? Monitoring the entire thing, right?
Yes, sir.
How it will exactly detect that the landslide has occurred?
So
It is
landslide.
continuously keeping track of altitude and all those things.
Yes, yes. It is continuously tracking altitude, but
Okay.
we also planned for some landslide means actual landslide detection. But since the complicated, so we dropped that idea to the future version.
That means
But
can we mount the sensors on that module itself?
uh, if we change the position of gimbal, then we can mount the sensors on the drone.
Okay.
Basically, if the gimbal is on top side, then we can attach the sensors on the bottom. Gimbal can also work on the top side. We attach it on the bottom, but it can also work on the top side of the drone. And bottom there will be sensors, distance measuring sensors and all.
Okay.
And we also thought about system image processing system which will take the camera feed and actual live images it will take, and it will take the GPS coordinates into a Python program, and which will detect where the road is blocked, where the land is moved, etc.
Whether
But due
the
to
persons are trapped inside the landslide, you can detect.
we thought of that system,
This
but
is my
due to
this is my
limited
son.
resources,
Don't worry.
we haven't implemented it.
This is not intruder.
We could implement it, but we are not having any aerial feed or anything like that. So we dropped that idea because of that. Uh, so that system would have accurately mapped the whole area with GPS and Python with help of image processing. So to avoid that, I've added a dummy servo here. So there are only 3 active servos. One, this is one, this is 2, and this is 3. So these all the angles, and there are 180-degree flexible. So, and this is in here. This base plate camera is mounted on this base plate, and this base plate is moved using these servos.
Okay. Which software you use for this?
For this build, I used 123D design from but later I also used 60 uh, in some later processing. It provides greater flexibility in the design process. Okay, sir, do you have any doubt here?
Okay. Can
Hello?
we use 3D printing kind of thing to implement design such kind of thing? 3D
Yes,
printing is
sir.
it possible?
This gimbal is designed for 3D printing. Means I've designed it. We've designed it for 3D printing, and then after we'll assemble it. So it is 3D printer design. You can
Okay.
say.
Right. Fine.
Very good.
Very nice.
One more question I want to
I
ask.
will
Saurabh.
also. Okay.
That's
Very nice work, Saurabh. You have done very nice work.
Thank you, sir.
That designing software is whether open source or it requires some licensing.
No, sir. Both the softwares from AutoCAD, Autodesk softwares there. Both the softwares, that is Fusion 360 and the 123D design, are open source softwares.
हा कोण बोलते चव्हाण सर
आमचा
हा बरोबर ते म्हटलं आवाज कुठला येतो ऐकू
अरे तेवढा इंटरप्ट आता काय वर्क फ्रॉम
हा, ठीक आहे,
म्हणल्यावर तेवढं चालणार
हा ठीक आहे ओके
बरं
मुलग्याचा चेहरा दाखवा
इकडे
ओके ही इज व्हेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड ओके नाईस छान आता काय
आणखी
आणखी
सौरभ रिसर्च
Yes,
पेपर
sir.
हे केला रिव्ह्यू केला तो जर शेअर कर
हॅलो.
रिसर्च पेपर जो स्टडी साठी शेअर केला
हा
तो शेअर कर स्क्रीन बघायचा होता.
सर, आय हॅव सेंट यू मेल.
I
पाठवला.
have received it. But now whether it is in your laptop or you can share here. So Joshi sir also see simultaneously.
तर ठीक आहे सर, त्यांनी मेन्शन केलंय ना स्लाइड मध्ये मेन्शन केलंय.
Okay.
They have mentioned already.
All.
Papers. Okay.
I'm trying to give the demo of the transmitter. Just 2 minutes.
Okay. Sure.
मी दोघांनीच केला प्रोजेक्ट का तू एकट्याने केलायस?
That is a key question.
मीटर माझ्याकडे होतं त्यामुळे सिम्युलेशन वाला पार्ट मी केला.
हा बरोबर, तेच म्हणते बोलत नाही, तिला बोलत नाही, स्कोप नाही. ओके
बाकी हार्डवेअर वगैरे माहिती पण हार्डवेअर नसल्यामुळे त्याचं काही पार्ट नाही.
मी सौरभला म्हणतोय की
एवढा पार्ट त्यामध्ये नाही माझा तिकडे असल्यामुळे.
फाईन व्हेरी नाईस वर्क. बोथ ऑफ यू आर व्हेरी नाईस.
Hello.
हा बोला, विचारा तुम्ही आता. तवण सर बोला आता.
Our guys are interfering the meeting.
तर तुम्ही रेकॉर्ड केलंय का? रेकॉर्डिंग केलंय?
Yeah. We have the recording of the first part and this part also. So it will be memorable to see in future.
Definitely. And you give good marks to this project.
Obviously, sir, obviously.
Because they have done nice work.
Okay.
They know each and everything almost.
Yeah.
In this
They have done,
project.
it shows that their hard work, sincerity, and thought of action. Saurabh, do you want to share something with us on the audio video?
Yes, sir. I want to give the demo, but currently the software is not working. I will just show the hardware.
Okay, sure.
I will just show the hardware on the video.
Okay, no problem.
So this is the receiver IA6B, FSIA6B receiver.
Okay.
And it is currently I have connected it with this jumper to the Arduino here.
Jara movement slowly
Can you
kar,
see,
amala
sir?
clarity दिसत आहे.
Oh yes, this
Yeah. Okay. Correct.
Since this is I'm using now iBus protocol.
iBus
So
protocol.
I have connected only. Yes. This is a serial protocol. So only two wires are required, which are RX and TX. These are mounted RX Y1 and TX, and a ground wire, basically. So this is the hardware. I have connected with a USB with my laptop, and this is the transmitter here.
Okay.
So
what is the cost of this?
it costs around 4,000 to 4,500. It is a kit, transmitter receiver, this and this comes together.
Okay. So have you purchased
So-
this online or
No, sir.
online purchase केलं
Department
का
I have
college झालं?
issue केलंय, sir, department.
Okay. छान. Very nice.
And here you can see the receiver is connected here.
1 minute. So you are lucky. I can say that you are lucky that our department is providing you all such things, right?
Yes, sir. Very lucky.
Previously we were working in private colleges, so there are some issues or problems in private colleges, right? But you are now in government college,
Yes, sir.
so it is very very nice thing that you are getting components from department itself.
Yes, sir. I have a bunch of components on hostel. Also.
Right.
You are very lucky
जास्तीत
that
जास्त
you are
फायदा करून घ्या
learning in the
चांगला
government
चांगलं
college
करा
of engineering Karad. You are very lucky.
Very lucky persons. Yes.
And your hard work shows. Definitely.
पहिले काम चांगलं करायचं, काम अजून चांगलं करा असंच छान. आणि डिपार्टमेंटचं नाव चांगलं उज्ज्वल करा. कळलं का?
हो सर.
आणि काहीतरी चांगलं we pray to God that this corona problem will go as early as possible, right? So that we can actively participate in every activity. अरे आता कंटाळा आला घरी जाऊन, आता कामाला लागलं पाहिजे ना, किती वेळ घरी बसायचं.
These guys are working in COVID lockdown also. The work, their work shows.
आता सगळ्यांनी कामाला लागलं पाहिजे. आणि आता मेक इन इंडिया केलं पाहिजे आता खरं इम्प्लिमेंट. इंडियामध्ये काहीतरी आपण इम्प्लिमेंट केलं पाहिजे. मोदींचं जे स्कीम आहे ना, विजन जे आहे ते आपण पूर्ण केलं पाहिजे.
हो सर. ते मला मी या लॉकडाऊन मध्ये कॅड सॉफ्टवेअर शिकून घेतलंय सर.
Very good.
ओके, नाईस, व्हेरी नाईस.
त्यामुळं आणि इमेज प्रोसेसिंग पण आता चालू आहे.
Okay.
बरं.
Important
you have that IoT concept na, IoT concept also you have in your project. IoT concepts, Internet of Things.
In this project.
Means
IoT यूज केलंय का?
नाही, या प्रोजेक्ट मध्ये नाहीये सर. या प्रोजेक्ट मध्ये फक्त हे काय म्हणतात त्याला, अँटेना थिअरी पूर्ण, म्हणजे पूर्ण मॉड्युलेशन आणि ट्रान्समिशन वर आहे. IoT वर, इंटरनेटवर काहीच नाही सर.
राईट.
सांगितलं मग अशी तसे 3 चॅनल्स आहेत सेपरेट, फुल्ली सेपरेट आहेत 3 चॅनल्स. 3 चॅनल्स व रेडिओ रिसेप्शन आहे पूर्ण. नो इंटरनेट ला ऍक्सेस नाही.
Right.
So that will be your future scope also.
That can be.
That can be. So thanks Joshi sir.
Fine from my side.
Thank you
Yes,
accepting our request.
Yes. Thanks to you.
Because very few projects have been allotted to external guides. Sorry, internal guides. So today we'll stop here. Hope in future wish you all the best for your bright career, Saurabh and Sanika. And thanks a lot, Joshi sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now
Thanks. It's my
now I
pleasure.
can end the meeting.
In the meeting.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you sir.
Thank you.